You cannot drive a motorbike, you cannot drive a car in Thailand using your license from your country. There is something extremely important that you need to do or you need to consider doing before jumping in a car and behind the wheel and before driving a scooter or renting a scooter. This is super important, and I hope that you guys will enjoy the video and have some clarity by the end of it. Okay, so welcome back to my channel, guys, and today I'm just going to cover something aside from my vlogging. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope that you have a great 2026. I hope that the year is all that you expected it to be and all that you hope that it will be. And I just quickly wanted to run through a video. This is going to be a very short video, but a very important video, and it's, can I drive legally? Can I drive in Thailand a motorbike? Can I drive a car in Thailand using my driving license from my own country? The simple answer, so there's a positive and a negative. The positive is you can. There are ways that you can legally get behind the wheel, drive your car, drive your motorbike, hire a car, hire a motorbike. You can. Um, but the negative is that you cannot do it on your current license from your country. Here's what you need to do. So here are two things that you can do to be legal on the roads in Thailand if you want to drive a car, if you want to drive a motorbike. And I want you to think of it from this perspective that there are many different people from many different countries with many different licenses. And now the thing is, this is where it becomes a bit difficult. For example, put yourself, you come on holiday, you're a guest in the country, you can't expect them to change their rules. And I just want you to understand it from this perspective. Let's say, for example, in your country, if you have someone visiting your country, and let's say that their license, the format of their license was in French, and it was from France or it was from a European country, and the language was not the same, and you were the police officer and you had to pull someone over and ask to see that license or ask them if they have a license, and they had to produce that license. It would be very difficult for the police officer to identify the legitimacy of that license. I'm not saying it's not a license, or I'm just saying it's hard for them to tell with so many different countries. So I think it's a positive in the sense. I know it's difficult. I mean, I've had this for many years that I struggled with this, but luckily they've made it so easy. But it is difficult and that's why they ask you. There are two things you can do, and these two things are super important. And here's why you have to do them. Number one is getting an international driver's permit. Now, this is easy for somebody that pulls you over, or if you are in an accident and the insurance company needs to see something, to see insurances in Thailand they work well, and they're very good at what they do, but they are very thorough in checking that the paperwork is all in order. So here's the thing. If you get in an accident or you pulled over and you produce an international driving permit, it's quite easy for them to identify that that is an international driving permit and it's not a license from many. I mean, there's so many different countries that was. I mean, it's like endless. So here's the thing. The two ways is way number one, get your international driving permit. You can apply for this in your own country and you can prepare it and get ready, and you can come to Thailand and you can rent a car and you can drive a motorbike and you can get insurance on those. And that's, super important. The second thing you can do, what I done, and even if you are only visiting for a short amount of time, like 5 days or 6 days, you can still do this. You just have to visit two places. The first place is immigration. So what you will do, you will need the documents that you will need is you'll need your current license, okay, and then you'll need something called a certificate of residency or proof of residency, and you can get this quite easily. You follow these steps. Number one, you need to get your landlord to give you a copy of the lease. Now, if you are in a hotel, you can get a signed letter from the hotel stating that so and so is currently at this hotel and is staying at this hotel, and you use that. You can use your a letter from the hotel. They use a letterhead. Or if you are renting somewhere, if you are in an Airbnb or something, you can get a contract. If there's a contract drawn up, you just need from immigration, you will need your letter of residency or your proof of residency, certificate of residency. To my knowledge, it's free, but I'm not sure because I done mine in 2022. I renewed my license in 2024. However, um, I'm not sure. Things change all the time, and do your own research. But you will need a certificate of residency, even if you're just staying in a hotel. You take that from immigration. You get it from immigration on the same day, straight from immigration. You can go to licensing, and you can either. Here's the thing: you can book on an app to go to the licensing department. Alternatively, you can show up on arrival and see if there's any slots left or any space left. Now, the first time that I done it, I didn't apply online because I did not know. I done a walk-in, and luckily on that day there were loads of spaces open. I could literally just tell them I want to book for 2 o'clock this afternoon or 1 o'clock this afternoon or whatever, and I booked it on the same day. So I done everything and printed my card in one day. On the same day I got my license. So it's not like I'll just be honest about my country is you do the paperwork, you file the paperwork, and then you come and pick up your license after some time when they check the paperwork to make sure everything is in order. Everything happens on one day. In the morning, wake up, maybe ask your landlord or the hotel to process something for you the day before, a letter stating that you're staying at this hotel with your passport number on it, and then go to immigration, get your certificate of residence, and on the same day, take a grab, or if you rented a bike or rented a motorbike, sorry, if you've taken a grab, you cannot take a motorbike because you have not got your license yet, but uh, you can take a grab motorbike, or you can take a grab car, or you can take a meter taxi, or you can simply just you know it's up to you. You find out your transport options. You go to immigration. From immigration, you get your certificate. From your certificate, you can go over to the Department of Transport, land transport, and then you just need to and Google your office. Google the closest office to you, and see how far it is, and if it's plausible that you can do that. You head over to that office, and you can on the same day you can do a small test. Sometimes you watch a movie. I watched the video for my first one, but when I renewed my license, I'm not sure if I needed to or not, but yeah. So you will have a video. You will have a small test to check your reflexes, and basically the colors of um, uh, sorry, this is one other thing that you need to get, and this might be a little bit difficult, but you can do it in your own country way before you even come to Thailand. Is you do need a colorblind test. This is simple test that you can do in an optometrist or a doctor. It's really simple. They hold up some colors and ask if you can identify those colors. Now, again, I did not need that for my renewal. I already had done it previously, and also they do a colorblind test there. But if you want to be safe on the safe side, go to an optometrist, get your eye test done first in your own country. You can bring it over to Thailand. It's something that you need when you do your license. So colorblind test, which also if you want to do it at a Thai hospital, at a Thai doctor, or at an optometrist in Thailand, it's cheap and it's quick and it's I mean it's if you plan to stay in Thailand for more than a week, I would say it's 100% doable. It will take maybe one full day out of your travel, and you can get your driver's license. Now, many people don't do this. Many people just think it's okay. And here's the biggest problem with not getting a license and trying to drive a car or a motorbike. You can be pulled over, but that's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is if you are in an accident and somebody gets injured and you don't have travel insurance, or if your travel insurance said, listen, you were not driving with the correct license. I mean, those are things that you need to do with follow up with your travel agency. But if you don't have travel insurance, you come to Thailand and you hire a motorbike and you crash your motorbike. I'm telling you now, you don't have a license, you are going to be liable to pay for both the damage of the motorbike and the hospital bills. It's far better to get your license. And when you have a Thai license or a Thai or an international driver's license, it's important that you take insurance, or you ask your um, your rental company. I have a fantastic rental company. If you're staying in Suratani, there's a guy called X Rentals, Suratani X. X Motorbikes, X Rentals. It's really good. I was in an accident. They covered everything. They have the best insurance, and it's just the greatest thing to do. But if you are traveling in Bangkok or Phuket or somewhere, think about the company that you're hiring from. When you hire a motorbike, ask specifically, do you have insurance? And if they ask you, yes, we have insurance, but you have to pay an additional fee, do it. 100% do it. And if they say to you, there's no insurance, you cannot take out insurance, I would be very skeptical. And if they don't even ask to see your driving license, but they ask to see your passport or take a photo of your passport, listen, it's not going to cover you. What they want to do is to make sure that if you do crash, they can get their money from you. They might not even care whether you crash or not, because they know that you are fully liable for the motorbike. In fact, I once hired a car, and I had to fill out a whole disclaimer to say that I assume all responsibility and liability for the damages of the car, and that the car does not have insurance. I did have a license, and I had my own travel insurance at that time. So just insurance is a big thing. But guys, if you want to drive in Thailand, get your Thai driver's license. It will take one day, and everything that you need you can get in Thailand wherever you are. If you think that it's going to take too much of your time and it's just too much of a slip, and you don't want to stand in lines and you don't want to process documents, that's okay. Get your international driving permit. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.